Yeah, BMW. I haven't seen anything even remotely close to these type of cars. Clearly the future is still far away from us. Alright, this is also where we met that lady, Steele I believe she was called, who was on so-called special duty. Can't really go over there, so I'll just move inside. All you gotta do is ask. Right.
Roof,
Yeah, that's where we are right now.
laboratory.
I guess we need to go here, because we had bullets and all that, so we'll go over there, see if we can run some tests on our evidence and all that. Run tests on our evidence? I don't know really, I guess we
Got
need
anything
to talk
new
to
for
you.
me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Ah, that's interesting information. So we're looking at someone who has access to real hardware then. Who is, well, who also has financial means of buying them, so I don't know, he must be an accomplished criminal probably. Or maybe someone of an organization, you know, like organized crime, maybe some gang or something. Do you have any more clues?
Anything else?
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
And they're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
Huh, interesting. So Runciter was indeed ripping off his customers, claiming that it was all of the, you know, all live animals and all that. And when they dissect them, half of them turns out to be robots. Interesting. Should I go back to Runciter and confront him with this new information, huh? I don't know really. It does seem though that, yeah, they just killed them quickly. They didn't really care about how they killed them. They just wanted them all dead. It's odd really. I don't understand why they would have left, you know, the shopkeeper alive. I mean, what did the animals do to deserve murder while the shopkeeper, you know, is kind of like the owner of the animals and the one responsible for them? Anyway, do you have anything else to, well, give to me in terms of information?
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
What?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Interesting. Yeah, nice one there. Women can drive, huh? Just as he goes about saying how difficult it is to hit one of these fire cranes, you know. Nice punchline there, McCoy. I like that. Your cynicism is much approved by me. Anyway, that's interesting to know. There's actually a ground car, so that leaves them with a lot less of escape routes and maybe other evidence, you know, further down the street. Which I don't think there was, because we couldn't go down any further in the street. But yeah, it's interesting to know. A black ground car. It does narrow down the, well, the amount of suspect vehicles, I guess. Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
1995 Pontiac, huh? That's even a classic today. I mean, Wow, alright. So I guess that then the vehicle that we're looking at was a black 99.5 Pontiac. Which can only assume that it's not like everybody's driving around it, you know? So, yeah, I think we got ourselves a suspect car, so we ought to keep an eye out on that, even though I have no clue what a 99.5 Pontiac looks like. I know, well, a black ground car that has a classical look to it. That's pretty much, I think that will be easy to spot. Anything
else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Alright, will do. Thanks for copycatting me anyway, Ray. You have the exact same text as I have. By the way, I can't move around in here, can I? No. Right, interesting. We learned quite a bit here today. Now,
Mainframe and shooting range.
Mainframe. I think that this is also where I think we need to go over there to the mainframe as well.
The Tyrell Corporation today recalled the last 4 functioning entertainment model Nexus 5 replicants from off-world service. Dr. Eldon Tyrell, speaking at a shareholders meeting, denied allegations that the model was defective and possibly dangerous.
The simple fact is that the model wasn't performing its designated function. There was one isolated incident of violence a couple of years ago, but the individual unit in question was immediately retired from service. No, the problem is far from anything sinister. The entertainment model just isn't funny.
Alright, so we even have local news about how some of those replicants are just not doing what they're supposed to do. Oh, and look at this. Nice, gorgeous looking shadows. Oh well, anyway,
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Ah, Crystal. I'm thinking that is the chick that we met outside where you, McCoy, stared at her ass. And she knew even though she couldn't see you looking. So Crystal Steel, huh? Interesting. So that also means that there's a shooting range here. Though I don't think right now is the time to
Old copies
go
of
to
case
that.
files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Alright. Now I don't think right now, whilst we're in the midst of a case, it's the time to relax at the shooting range. So we're not gonna do that. Is it over here where the mainframe or whatever it's called is?
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy. Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guza was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked Vice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Wow, what? That Gusa, who is, well, our stand-in boss, really. Okay, he done some real stuff then back in the day. I mean, wow, what a crook, really. I mean, if that's the way to do interrogations, I don't know. I mean, just pouring, acetone over someone, then lighting them up. I don't know, if that's the way that the cops work in 2019, I'd better move to a place where there are no cops. Or at least where there's no Gusa. But this doesn't really, I mean, this looks to be the shooting range, which we just said we weren't going to. So I guess it's over here. Let's see. Yeah, this looks more like it. Yeah, I guess we just need to go over here.
Scanning video disc.
Oh
2
yeah, we got
enhanceable images found.
nice
Adding
enhanceable.
enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Nice. So this is from the camera disc, or the camera that we got the disc from in Runciter. 2 images, huh? Let's check this one
crime
out.
Scene.
Right. Alright. So now I remember this from the movie, really, which was really cool and yeah, a bit like you know, not gonna ever happen in real life, but they could just zoom into pictures, you know, and get details of things around the corner in a picture. Like, for example, you know, there's like this wall. We could then see around the corner in this picture. Now that stuff is of course never going to happen in real life, but somehow they invented a technology that could do that, which I think is pretty clever. And, well, as far as I remember, which is really from old memory, we're gonna have to zoom in here, see if we can find interesting information. Like this screen. What does it say? Not much really. Can't really do anything. Maybe this tiger. I mean, maybe he sees something. Or she, I don't even know. No, I don't think we were getting anything from this tiger either. Now, basically we're just looking at the shop over here. This is Runciter. Now, let's see what he's doing, right? What are you up to, old Runciter? What is it you got over there? What is this? This is like... I don't know. Don't see a whole lot of clues here. Perhaps over here at the desk. I mean, that is where Lucy's supposed to be, so maybe I can see something over there. Oh, wait, what?
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, alright. So this is before she went to eat, really. Alright, so this must be like right before the crime happened then, because, well, you know, she went to get food and then we found the chopstick. And then the crime happened, so... Right, that's interesting. Also, it's kind of like a way of telling, like, alright, so if we don't find the chopstick, then we now still know that she went to the Lee's, Howley's or whatever the food store is called. What's this, by the way? What is that? Oh, it's a snake. Yeah, alright, I see that now. It is kind of sad, by the way, how these animals are, well, kept. I mean, these kind of cages, you know, it's not good. Really, haven't they learned anything from, like, the past history, you know, of zoos and all that? Is there anything over here? I mean, I do see a screen over there. I guess, though, that is just info about the animals, really. I don't really think there's much to it. Or anything? This is a monkey, obviously. No, I can't do anything over there. I wonder though, I mean, is there anything over here, you know, in this back room? No. No. Alright. So I guess that there isn't really that much. This is where we found the shell cases, but obviously since the crime hadn't happened, we won't see anything there. I wonder what's over there though. This white thing, what is it? I don't know. Doesn't really seem to be anything special. Wait, what? I did saw this blubbering around, you know, but I don't think it's anything of importance, so. Right, I guess that's it really for this picture. I don't really know what else we would be able to find here, you know, of interest. I wonder what that is though. No, doesn't say. I guess it's just a reflection or something, I guess. Nothing of importance. Right, this though
Runciter crime scene.
Yeah, thanks computer, I know that. This is a much more interesting view. This is the front of the store, really. I mean, basically, right over here is where Lucy's desk would be, you know, in the back of the room. So this, first we are looking at the room from this angle, you know, like down into it like there. And right now, we're watching totally from the other side. Obviously, this is the figure I want to find stuff out about. He is the accused suspect. Look at that.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Familiar? I don't know, I've never seen him, but he sure looks evil. Well, we have seen him, of course, in the intro movie. Now this is the car. I want to know more stuff about this car. I mean, this is the black classical Pontiac. There, see, look! This is what I was talking
A black
about.
ground car.
We can
Looks like
look
it's been around the block a few
outside
times.
of
Give me a
the-
hard copy of that.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about, you know? I mean, looking outside of the shop entrance to see the car. I mean, really, you know, but alright, fine. I mean, it works like that apparently. Now, do we have license plates? Because I would sure love to find out what the license plates are. Nah, it's not showing me. I guess these are lights, by the way. They aren't license plates, so... By the way, is this like a second figure behind you? Or is this just your shadow? Oh, and right now, it doesn't show anything. At first, you know, it was really proficient at removing shadows. Right now, it isn't really. Oh well. Right, so let's see. What are you looking at, Runciter? Does it show? I mean, what is that? Doesn't show really. Maybe it's just some kind of digital newspaper or something like it. Yeah, I don't think we will get anything from over here. This is the snake thingy, I believe, so it's not that interesting really. Well, we'll zoom in on it just to be sure that we're not missing out on anything. Yeah, it's some, you know, beautification of the place here. Really, I don't think there is much for us to gain from over here other than, well, these suspects really, you know. I mean, sure, we could take a look at the animals and find out that there's some kind of weird bird in here, I guess. Or a squirrel, actually. I mean, yeah, birds, squirrels, they all look alike, right? Anyway, the one thing I haven't seen on either of these pictures,
Runciter crime scene.
which I find quite odd, you know, is Lucy. Where are you, Lucy? I don't really see you anywhere. You aren't by chance over here? No. I mean, you aren't like standing around over there? No. I could even move there. This is a rabbit. It doesn't really show me anything. Oh, that's actually interesting. So... I didn't even know I could move the pictures around. Well, it helps much. I mean... I do want to know though if Lucy is around here on these pictures. Don't think so though. I think she's getting food, you know, seeing how there was like this menu over there. I think she's getting some food. We'll try the other picture as well, seeing that I now just discovered that we can move around on them.
Crime scene.
Maybe she is just off to the left or the right. Look, see, we can... No, I don't think we'll see Lucy out here anyway. What's over there though? Game? Nothing? Lucy, come out wherever you are. No, Lucy isn't here really. Right, well, that's interesting because now Ray McCoy doesn't really know where Lucy is. Or, well, of course he doesn't know that, but I mean what she looks like. Even though we know that, well, he knows she has pink hair and she's a small little girl, but he doesn't know what she looks like. Which is interesting, I guess. Which is odd, by the way, because she did run away just before those men entered, and she ran away to the other place really, you know, to like the back of the room, which means she should be on this
crime
picture.
scene.
But we won't, I don't think we'll find her here. So we're gonna leave it, you know, and unless she's hiding somewhere. No, we're gonna leave it. I think we got enough clues right now. So we'll leave these pictures now. And what's this?
Uploading personal clue database.
Alright.
Downloading mainframe clue database.
I
Clue
didn't know.
database transfer complete.
I didn't know that downloading makes any sound, but apparently it does in the future. Anyway, so we got more clues now, huh? Right, I think it's time that we find out all our clues. Wow. Alright, so what do we have right now, huh? Wait, what? Factory bombing? We are still doing the animal murder, so now we don't really need the audio recordings because, yeah, I mean, what are we to do with audio recordings we've already listened to, right? This is one of the suspects. This is the candy, the car, which we now know what to look for, which I think is quite
Howie
progress.
Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself. Howie Lee's. Bryant once
Yeah.
got food
See,
poisoning
I
there, so he
mean,
shut it down for a
two
couple of
clues,
months.
yeah.
Now it was always good for a freebie.
See, now we know Howie Lee's is pretty much where she went to eat. Maybe we should go
Big
over
caliber,
there.
possibly.
Yeah, we've heard this,
She came to me with the reference.
Right.
She came to me with the reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very
Ogilvy's.
reputable wholesaler.
Yeah. Right, so that's all interesting, you know. I mean, these are our clues that we've got to go on. I think that there is like the next place where we should go really is to the Howie Lee's and ask if he knows anything else about the Lucy employee of Mr. Runciter. I mean, when she has already a menu on the desk before the crime happened, that means that she comes more often there, right? So maybe the Chinese over there knows more on the whole Lucy subject. Though the one thing that I'm curious about right now is what does this factory bombing do? Crime scene
This
notes.
is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
Right, so there was a bombing at the Tyrell manufacturing facility, huh? Now Tyrell is the company that makes those replicants, which I don't know really. Unless they make bad replicants, why would they ever go after their maker, huh? Well, unless they're unhappy with the way they're made, maybe. I mean, yeah, that's very interesting. So she's over there, you know, researching a bombing over there. Now the Tyrell, you know, is like the big multi-billion corp, you know, the Omnicorp type thing that has money everywhere and is very powerful. So a bombing on that is really a high-profile crime. Interesting. Anyway, let's listen to the rest.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off.
Oh no. Recording off. I don't know, but I just have the suspicion that Crystal Steel is showing the steel side of her. Right, let's hear about part B, which I don't know what happened, but her special interrogation methods probably just shined, and we're about to hear the resume.
Describe them for me again.
There was that Rastafarian fellow, and one of our ex-members showed up.
Who's that?
A Japanese man named Izo.
Why'd you get rid of him?
We're a pacifist organization, and we have rules. One of them is no weapons allowed. Izo refused to check in a samurai sword at the door during meetings.
Where can I find this Izo?
He owns one of those little secondhand stores downtown.
Let me ask you a question. Who the hell bankrolls your operation?
Well, we have a number of anonymous donors, people with resources and sources.
Such as?
So anonymous, even I don't know who they are.
I almost believe you.
Ooh. I quite like the change in voice in Mr. Gregorian after Crystal Steel's special interrogation tactics. I don't think I ever want to be on the wrong side. Damn, I mean, that is something. Anyway, it seems that she is on a case and already interrogating suspects, something that I am not doing. Now let's see. We have ourselves a suspect over here with no name, no photo, and no photo. Only you have a photo, really. Right, so well, we know shell casings.
The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
Yeah.
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue
You
war
are the
military
grunt with
hardware,
graceful
heavy caliber.
footprints.
That puppet
Shut
can punch
it.
right through a tank. Whoever
Come on.
used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Yeah. Right.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was
man.
looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot,
I
indicating
wish
a
I could
possible
filter
injury or
on
lameness.
audio
The
files,
other
which
appeared
I don't
a lot
need
more
to
controlled, gracefully.
here to listen to
Quite a
again.
pair.
Anyway, so yeah, this is more audio stuff which we're not going to listen to again. And this is more or less...
Howie Lee's in Chinatown.
Yeah. Right, interesting stuff. We don't have any photo, but these are the clues that we have, which right now I think the most obvious point would be to go to Howie Lee's. So let's go over there then, huh? Shall we? How do we get out of here? Like that. Right, Howie Lee's it is. Find out what we know more about
Ground
this inducer.
floor.
I don't know really. Maybe
Lockup.
a lockup?
Ground floor.
You know what, whilst we are here, we might as well explore our work office where we work for 1.5 years already. We might explore that a little bit. Let's see what's over here. Excuse me. This is us. Can't talk to them or them. I don't know really. This seems kinda big. Also, all of a sudden, I'm dressed in a red coat. There isn't much to do over here really, other than go to this place. I mean, this is from the movies though. I mean, or at least they have, it looks very similar to the police station in the movies.